Hello. This would be my fourth take. My throat really hurts from answering these questions. Bear with me. Anyways, hi, my name is Isabel Torres. I am a pre-law major and psychology minor here at Liberty University. I also serve active duty in the Navy. After earning my bachelor's degree, I have a career interest in commissioning to the Navy or the Air Force. If I commission to the Navy, I plan on becoming a JAG, a Judge Advocate General, or in the Air Force, getting into the medical field and specifically getting into the mental health field. My military experience and interest in psychology is what inspired me to choose this research topic that combines both areas. And I have my questions and some of my notes in front of me. So the research topic that I selected that interested me is the impact of ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, on active duty military personnel specifically. My research question is, how does untreated ADHD affect occupational performance and mission readiness among active duty personnel? I chose this topic because I believe that understanding the effects of ADHD could improve support, job performance, and overall well-being for service members. Brief review of literature related to your topic. So to learn more about this topic, I chose two scholarly journal articles in addition to our course textbook. And the first study that I found was written by Kessler and colleagues in 2009, and they found that adults with ADHD often experience lower job performance, increased absenteeism, and more difficulty completing workplace responsibilities. These findings suggest that ADHD can negatively affect occupational performance. The second study, written by, I may not pronounce the name right, but No and colleagues, examined ADHD in the context of military service. They found that adults that successfully completed military service generally demonstrated better social and occupational functioning than those who did not complete military service. The study was helpful because it directly correlates ADHD to military service members and supports the need for additional research in this area. Okay. And also this text, our course textbook, I forgot, helped me to understand the research process and explain how to develop a research question, evaluate scholarly resources, and choose an appropriate research method to best assist with this research topic. If I were conducting this study in real life, I would use the quantitative research method. I think it'd be the best approach because it allows researchers to collect numerical data from a large group of participants, and using standardized ADHD assessments and surveys would be beneficial. According to Bonds, Reckenreich, quantitative research is useful because it measures variables objectively and allows researchers to analyze the results using statistics. Since my research question focuses on measurable outcomes, I believe that this particular method of research would provide the most accurate results. So in regards to strengths and limitations, one strength is that researchers can collect information from many participants and compare responses objectively. And another strength is that statistical analysis can help identify patterns and relationships in this area in the data. And one limitation is that surveys depends on participants answering honestly, and in the military, service members might be a bit hesitant to report ADHD symptoms because they're concerned about a stigma or for the results to affect or jeopardize their career. Another limitation is that numerical data does not always explain why people do what they do. These strengths and limitations also affect reliability and validity. And reliability means that a study produces consistent results when the same methods are used. excuse me, validity means the study measures what it is intended to measure. And using standardized surveys would improve reliability because every participant would be answering in similar or the same conditions. And they would be required to answer the same exact questions. If participants are not honest about their responses, the validity of the study could be reduced because the answers obviously would not accurately reflect their responses. Excuse me. If I were actually like conducting this research, I would recruit active duty service personnel to complete an anonymous online survey, but very similar to what we do now, which we do like command climate service surveys to give honest feedback. I think if it were not anonymous, we would not get really effective or honest responses from people. And so I think that really is a really key detail, is the anonymous part. And it would just improve the reliability because they would be anonymous. Excuse me. I believe that this type of survey would encourage honest and honest responses while protecting their privacy so that their careers wouldn't feel like it'd be jeopardized. One challenge that I would face would be recruiting participants because some service members may be hesitant to discuss, like I mentioned, or they would just be worried about confidentiality. And I would use statistical analysis to compare responses to identify patterns between ADHD symptoms and occupational performance. Because my research topic focuses on measurable values, I think that this would be the best way to analyze this. My research question asked how untreated ADHD affects occupational performance and mission readiness among active duty personnel. And based off of what I learned in this course, I think that a quantitative research design using anonymous surveys would be the most practical way about going about this research. Excuse me. Although there are challenges, as they all would have, such as participant recruitment and honest reporting, I think this research would provide a honestly valuable information that may improve support for service members like myself with ADHD and contribute to better occupational performance and mission readiness, which is really important. Thank you for taking time to listen to my presentation. Again, this is take 4, so bear with me. And thank you for the course, Professor. I appreciate it.